Hi everyone. So in this video, we're going to work through a Year 12 stats question from the AS sample paper on Venn diagrams. So the Venn diagram shows the probabilities for students at a college taking part in various sports. So obviously in the middle of the page here, we've got the Venn diagram. A is the event that a student takes part in athletics. T represents the event that the student takes part in tennis, or that a student takes part in tennis. C represents the event that a student takes part in cricket. P and Q are probabilities. The probability that a student selected at random takes part in athletics or tennis is 0.75. Part A of the question is to find the value of P. But just before we get into the video, I want to make you all aware about a web app that I have created. Now, this app that you see on the screen here is designed to predict the 2027 Edexcel A-level Maths topics that will come up in your 2027 exams. So now that the 2026 exams are finished, we now have access to those questions. So what I've done is I've analysed all of the questions from 2026 back to 2018, and also including the sample and the specimen Edexcel papers. And I've used that data to put together a model which will predict the topics for the 2027 exams. And if we just scroll down here, you will see how accurate this model that I'm using is. So if you do want to have access to the full predictions for the 2027 exams, and also have access to a web app which will generate mock exam papers based on these predictions, that is what you can get if you do sign up to this app. Just go to the link in the description of this video, and also you can get the link to this web app in my bio. Click that link, sign up. You can see on the top right of the page here, you can sign up to the app, and you'll be able to access all of these 2027 predictions. Okay, so given that the probability of someone taking part in athletics or tennis is 0.75, that means that the total probability inside this region of the diagram there roughly is going to be 0.75. So therefore we know that Q plus P plus 0.4 equals 0.75. So what I'll just do here is I'll just say that Q plus P is equal to 0.35. Great. Now then, we also know that every probability in the Venn diagram has to add up to 1, because probabilities add up to 1. So we can also say Q plus P plus 0.4 plus P plus 0.05 must be 1. Now we know that Q plus P is 0.35, so actually this thing there is equal to 0.35. So we can just sub that into our formula. So 0.35 plus 0.4 plus the 0.05 plus the P is equal to 1. So therefore this means that the P is equal to 1 minus all of the probabilities on the left. So all of those probabilities, 0.35 plus 0.4 plus 0.05, add up to 0.2. So 1 minus 0.8. So therefore P is 0.2, and that's our answer there. Perfect. So now then, for part B, state giving a reason whether or not the events A and T are statistically independent, show you're working clearly. Now then, if you know your formula for independent events, you should be happy that if A and T, because in this question, the event that we're worried about is the event T. So if A and T, sorry, let me just get the pen back up. There we go. If A and T are independent, then that means the probability of A multiplied by the probability of T has to be equal to the probability of the intersection of the two events. Okay, perfect. So we're going to check if this is true or whether it's not true. So the probability of A is everything inside A. So we can say probability of A is equal to P plus Q. And we know from before the previous part of the question, Q plus P or P plus Q is 0.35. 0.35. Now the probability of T, if we go back to the diagram, so everything inside T that is P plus 0.4. So that's equal to P plus 0.4, which is 0.2 plus 0.4 because P was 0.2, which is 0.6. So now the probability of A multiplied by the probability of T is 0.35 times 0.6, which is equal to 0.35 times 0.6. 0.21 is what my calculator tells me. Now, the intersection probability of the intersection, let's go to the diagram and see what that was. That was P. That's the intersection probability. So this is P, but we know that P is 0.2. So this is not equal to 0.21, the multiplication of the two probabilities. So therefore, events A and T are not independent, because to be independent, the probabilities would have to be the same, but in this case, they are not. Just another quick interjection. If you are currently doing Edexcel A-level Maths and you feel that you're struggling or you're falling behind and you're not quite getting that grade that you need to get in order to get into university, or perhaps you're a parent watching this and you're worried about your child's progress, what you can do is you can head to my website. Now, my website is in my bio and also in the description of this video. Click onto the link and you can watch a brief video about me and my background. You see this video on the screen here. In this video, I outline the style and the structure of my tuition. You can also read some of my reviews and testimonials from other parents and students who have worked with me on this website too. So if you feel like one-to-one tuition is something that would benefit you in order to get the grades that you need to get, then again, just head to this website. And what you can do is you can book a free 90-minute call with me. And in that call, we'll spend some time discussing you, your situation, your ambitions, what you want to achieve, the grade you want to get, and why you feel like you're struggling and why you feel like maybe tuition is the right path for you. And we'll also spend some time basically doing a free trial lesson where I will help you out for free with any particular topics or any particular areas of the syllabus that you know you need help with. And by the end of the call, we can then discuss whether one-to-one tuition is the right path for you to get you that grade you need to get. So once again, the link to my website is in the bio and in the description of this video. Great, so that's part B done. So now then finally part C. Find the probability that a student selected at random does not take part in athletics or cricket. So if we just go to the diagram, we don't want the student to take part in athletics or cricket. So let's just color code this with a different color. So this is athletics there. This is cricket there. We don't want to be in either circle. So we've only got two options, either this option or this option. So therefore, the answer to this question is going to be 0.4 plus 0.05. So part C, 0.4 plus 0.05, which is equal to 0.45. And that's our answer there. Brilliant. If you've got any questions, do feel free to drop a comment and I will help you out. But hopefully the processes that we went through there do make sense.